This is Smallzy Surgery.
It is the most talked about show in the world right now. Patrick Schwarzenegger, Leslie Bibb, and Natasha Rothwell, they're all in the country at the moment, launching the new Max streaming service. The White Lotus Season 3 is now available on Max. You can catch the final episode Monday, April 7 on Max. Tonight, she's back. She was on for episode 1. Natasha Rothwell plays Belinda. She's back for just in time for the season finale. Let's go.
Please welcome from the White Lotus.
Hey, I'm Natasha Rothwell.
There has been more crime on the island.
I'm a little freaked out. I think we need to call the police.
Go big or go home, right?
Mm-hmm. In a goddamn body bag.
Well, Natasha, here we are again.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I love you, can I say?
Thank you.
Last time I saw you, I was had a towel on my head and was in a dressing gown. I put clothes on for today.
I wasn't shocked. You know what I mean? I came up in comedy, so I was like, game, recognized game.
Yeah, thank you. I tried my hardest. Most memorable junket to date for you?
I would have to say, the most surprising.
Thank
to
you.
be sure.
Appreciate it. Well, hey, hasn't your character taken a turn in this season?
I mean, it's just the roller coaster ride.
Can I say, no notes needed to give because you gave nothing away in that first interview.
You know, I've done this. I've done this before.
Not your first rodeo.
Not my first rodeo. Yeah, season 1, I pretty much trained. Yeah.
Now can we talk about the most the last episode that came out this week, right?
Episode 7.
Yes, that's where we're at now.
Penultimate.
Yes.
Woo!
The internet is already discussing.
Yeah.
The internet is already asking questions.
What are the net saying?
Well, the net is saying, why didn't you take the $100,000? Because I would have, Darl's less than I would have taken it.
Listen, I had to think about that as an actor, and I think the reasoning hopefully should satiate the curious.
Okay.
Her son
Sorry,
is there.
sorry, just a sidebar. For people who don't know, your character was offered $100,000
Yes.
to forget that another character on the show, Greg,
That's right.
was there. He was like, take this bag of cash and
Yes.
pretend you never saw me.
Yes. Her son is there. And I think Belinda, even season 1, proved herself to be kind of a moral center.
I have no time for moral sense.
I imagine you might. I was hoping you might. But I think she wants to hold true to who she is.
I know, I respect
you know what
that.
I mean? Because she's at this hotel, she's surrounded by people who've been changed by money. Tanya to be one of them.
Yes.
And so I think for her, it's important to just maintain her character and also be a good example for her son.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, because obviously after your character, and again, you're going to give me nothing because you are the professional that you are.
That's right.
But the conversation is maybe you could end up dead.
I mean, it's anyone's guess.
After the turn on episode 7 where you refuse the cash,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, maybe you're killed for the secret.
I mean, it's possible. And I think it's truly anyone's game. I think that's the beauty of Mike White's writing. Everyone's it could be them.
Tell me about the behind the scenes. Do they hand you the full script at the beginning, or do you only get let in a little bit each way down the path so you don't know to prevent spoilers?
I got all the scripts,
Okay.
and I had them before anyone because I was announced. My character was announced very early on, and because of the strikes, it took a long time for the rest of the cast to get hired and booked and everything. So I read everything and I had it, but the producers did circulate dummy pages of the ending to potentially suss out any moles on set.
To test the leakers.
Yeah, just to see if we were shored up, And so,
And did anything leak?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, it was testing, but it was so funny to see some of the different pages that came through.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty tight-lipped.
Jennifer Coolidge revealed that she's been watching the show. Has she reached out to you at any time and said, Darls?
We chat a little bit.
Yeah.
She messaged me when I first got announced and said some really wonderful things, to the tune of, go get him, girl, and some funny texts later on of just you need to kill him. And yeah, she's been so supportive. It's lovely.
You know what I think is most interesting about this show, and I was talking about it with someone this morning. When you watch a lot of shows, you see obviously there's the top line character development, but the thing that draws you in and sucks you in with the White Lotus is that there's this concept of the iceberg, and I don't know, Stop me if you don't understand this.
Yeah.
But like we show the world like 10% of us and 90% of our secret hidden desires. We bury them. But
Yeah.
this show has a way of exposing everybody's 90%. And these characters, they go to this hotel and before you know it, their picture perfect world, whatever it is, slowly becomes
Well,
dismantled.
it's that saying, wherever you go, there you are. And I think when you travel, especially in a very homogenous environment, and Thailand is that, especially if you aren't Thai, you see yourself more acutely. In my early 20s, I lived in Japan, and I, thought I would just leave all my problems behind, but I saw them in hyper focus. So I think that's the beauty of travel. It really shows you yourself.
Oh, I like that.
And many of these guests at the White Lotus don't really care to meet themselves. And when they do, they see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Mike, definitely shines a light on the ugly.
How has the hotel been here in Australia?
It's delightful.
Have you met yourself here?
Oh, I've met myself, and girl.
She fun? She good? She good?
She good.
She got no baggage?
No. That's the beauty of being in therapy for like 20 plus years. I worked through all my shit, so I can just enjoy a trip now and then.
Yeah. How has Australia been? Is this your first time here?
First time here ever.
What is your initial thoughts, feelings?
Got a little misty when I saw the Sydney Opera House. It was been on a little list I have of bucket checking off.
Yeah.
And just walking around. I went to the Museum of Art.
Oh, bless.
I'm nerdy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so
the weather
I walk
hasn't
around.
been the greatest. I apologize.
No, and I'm a little weirdo. I kind of like inclement weather.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well, do you trust anyone who's happy all the time?
No.
So why trust weather that's good all the time?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because I feel like with
Oh,
the bad,
LA.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I struggle
LA.
with it.
Oh, you just really nailed something for me there.
Yeah, because it speaks to the kind of the superficial nature of people where you're
Okay.
just like, okay, I like New York. That's
Yeah.
where I moved to LA from, and they give you the truth there. There's a little
Okay.
bit of like
I like
spice.
that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're in town for the launch of HBO Max here in Australia. Obviously, The White Lotus is such a huge HBO show. What are some of the trimmings? What are some of the perks on being on an HBO show?
This is my second one, and I just love being able to work at a studio that is artist first.
Oh, okay.
They
This
really.
is a serious answer. I was really hoping the catering was good.
Oh,
or-
I mean, all of that for sure. But, Mike, we share similar hyphenates, right?
Okay.
He's a writer, director, actor, as am I. And so you always love to be, as a writer, working someplace that gives you the freedom to really tell the story you want to tell.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so I love it for that reason. And then also, the food ain't bad.
The food good.
The food
What
good.
about the subscription? Do you get that for free or?
No! I had it before.
Yeah, but they don't go, hey, you
know
might
what?
be on a little subscription driver. We might just comp you.
No, I'm happy to pay my subscription.
Okay.
I'm not going to shake Casey Bloys down. For
No.
you, that Casey, I'm not shaking you down.
There's no shakedown happening here.
Yeah, not happening here. Continue
But
support.
but look after her. Like serious, come on. You can help her. Where do you go? Where are you off to after this? Are you back home or what's happening? Actually, are you going to be in lockdown for the episode 8 finale? What is the plan here?
Oh, I wish. So I know that there's something kicking off in LA for the plan, but again, as I said, I'm a nerd, and I'm going to Vancouver for the TED conference.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Is she giving a TED talk or
I gave one last year.
give me the 30-second version because I'm running out of time. What did we talk about?
It was let's just say it's just about how to tap into your vulnerability and be yourself.
Oh.
Something like that.
Can you give me one lesson?
One lesson?
Just one how to tap into your vulnerability. Like cry freely or just
Yeah, cry with the windows open.
Okay.
There you go. No.
Cry with
No.
let
it's
people see your vulnerability? Is that what you're the
vulnerability is just being able to trust that you're enough.
Okay. Oh.
And so I said
Okay,
something.
see,
I
then-
grabbed you you set up straight then.
I did.
Yeah, sometimes I drop truth.
Say that again for me.
Well, you need to be able to trust that you're enough, and a not enoughness makes you show up in a way that's inauthentic. And if you feel enough, you show up as yourself.
I like that.
And you can subscribe to
Yes.
my audiobook.
And her Substack is available for a monthly
right.
fee. No, I like that. And that's a very powerful for someone who works in an industry where I think sometimes anyone who works
My therapist is well paid. Not enoughness is something that I think it's a part of the artist's way, but I also think I've moved through the world as a black woman, brown titties, and there's a whole universe telling me that I did.
She said brown titties.
There's a whole universe in a world telling me that I'm not enough, and so to reclaim that, I have to own it and really sit with that, that part of myself that thinks that, and show up as myself and know I'm enough.
We took a path. We took a walk then together.
I'm just saying.
I know. We started at fun.
We started fun.
We went a little serious.
And I just got Oprah with you.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
I mean, you're welcome.
I feel like we connected that time I sat in front of you in a bathrobe.
Don't cry.
No, it was a pleasure to meet you in the flesh.
Likewise.
Congratulations on the series.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see what happens in episode 8.
Do you want me to tell you what happens?
Can you, if we go off the air and
you
can tell me? Great.
I'm going to tell him. You.
You're listening to the Smallzy Surgery Podcast.
Hear more from Smallzy live weeknights from 8.
Only on Nova.